Before I even do anything, I'm gonna go ahead and read y'all some stats from the build. 99 mid-range shot, 99 perimeter defense, 99 steal, and 95 ball handle. Those are just a few stats on this insane build. A build with both the best possible offense and the best possible defense. I truly feel like this build right here is a must-make build. As y'all can see, we are in the My Player Builder, and I'm about to show y'all how to make the build. But before we do that, I would really appreciate it if you could drop a like on the video and drop a sub to the channel. Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm about to give y'all the best build we have ever seen in any 2K game ever, and the support would really help out my channel. But enough talking, let's go ahead and get straight into the build. So for the first name and the last name, it doesn't matter, you can go with whatever you want. For your handedness, you can go with either right or left. I go with right personally, but it really is personal preference. And then for your jersey number, it doesn't matter either, you can go with whatever you want. But this right here does matter, so you want to copy exactly what I do. So for the position, you want to go with point guard. For the height, you want to go with 5'9", and I know the height is going to scare a lot of y'all. I've used builds that are 6'4", 6'2", and of course 5'9", and I'm telling you right now, I have noticed no real difference in any of those builds on the defensive side of the ball. The contest system is completely the same no matter what height your build is. I don't know why it's like that. It shouldn't be like that. The only real downside about having a 5'9" build is the interior defense. So your interior defense is going to be a lot worse, and then not to mention the offense is going to be completely unstoppable. So it's rare that your opponent's really going to touch the ball unless 2K decides to make you miss. Now for the weight on this build, you want to max it out at 185. The reason for that is so that we can get that 99 perimeter defense. And then for your wingspan, you want to go with a 6'2" wingspan. Those right there are the longest arms we can have while still getting a 99 midi, 99 perimeter, all that good stuff. Now moving on to the attributes for the build. For the finishing, you want to go with a 79 close shot, an 80 driving layup, a 26 driving dunk, and a 30 post control. Our goal in this build is really to put up shots and get our big in position for the board. The point of this build is not to finish at the rim, is what I'm trying to say. You still can with an 80 driving layup. Like, it's not impossible to finish at the rim, but that's not what we're trying to do. If you want, you can put a little bit of dunk on this build. I think you can get like up to a 75 or something like that, but in my opinion, it's really not worth it. Moving on to the shooting. For the mid-range, you want to go 94. For the 3-point, you want to go 83, and then for the free throw, you want to go 69. So a few things to talk about right here. For those of y'all who are new to the game, the reason I said 99 mid-range in the intro is because what you want to do, you want to put your +5 cap breakers on the mid-range shot, and you're going to get a 99. And you're going to get every single legend shooting badge. And I'm not even joking. Like, you're going to get every single legend shooting badge except for limitless range. That's the only one you're not going to get. You can hit some crazy things, even from 3. I know the 3 is only 83. I'm going to talk more about that in a second. But you can really hit some crazy things thanks to those shooting badges. You're going to make tight contesteds, going to make shots fall into the ground, whether it's from 3 or mid-range. I'm telling you. Now talking about the 83 3-pointer, I know that's probably going to scare a lot of people. I know some of y'all are probably thinking I should go like at least 89. I'm telling you right now, 83 3 is really enough. I shoot really good from 3 with an 83 3. You can save a lot of attribute points by going 83 3 instead of something like 89 or 92. And then free throw 69. We're not playing rec, so we don't really need a free throw. And moving on to the playmaking on this build. So for the pass, you want to go with a 75. For the ball handle, you want to go 95. And then for the speed with ball, you want to go 91. First things first, pass 75. More than enough. You can go 71 if you want to save more points. For the ball handle, you want to go with a 95. With a 95 ball handle, you're going to get badges like ankle assassin, handles for days, but most importantly, you get Steve Francis 6 size up, and that is a 6 size up that you were seeing in all these clips right here. This right here is the best 6 size up in the entire game. You do have to be starter 4 to unlock it, but if you are starter 4, you have to put it on with this build because it gives you the best speed boost. You can crab people with it. Pretty much a must have. Now if you can't get Steve Francis, I would put on Trae Young. And you can get Trae Young with a 95 ball handle. You only need a 92, I believe. And with a 91 speed with ball. You don't have to go 91. If you want to lower it a little bit to 86, you can. But I feel like with a 91, you get way more consistent speed boosts. Now moving on to the defensive side of the ball. And this right here is probably the best part of the build. I'm going to go with a 46 interior, 98 perimeter, 94 steal, 52 block, a 27 offensive rebound, and a 53 defensive rebound. So we got a few things to talk about here. First up, we're going to talk about the 46 interior. Yes, the interior is really bad on this build. I'm not going to lie. That is the one downside of this build. If you're playing like hands up defense in the paint, you're really never going to get the stop. If you jump at them in the paint, you might get the stop. Like, it's really 50-50. But yeah, that is the one downside of this build. Next thing, we got to talk about the 98 perimeter. Now, I know I said 99 in the intro, but you can easily get this to a 99 with your +1 cap breaker for hitting level 40 either last season or this season. Now, can you go without 99 perimeter? Yes, you can, but the reason I did it isn't really for challenger. It's for all like the on-ball badges, pick dodger, on ball menace. I do want to talk about legend challenger real quick. I've tested legend challenger on this build. I really don't see a huge increase. I'm not gonna lie. Challenger doesn't really matter, but the reason you want to go 99 perimeter is so that you can get badges like on ball menace and pick dodger on legend. Now moving on to the steal, which is a 94. You can get this to a 99 whenever you put your +5 cap breakers from vet 2, which by the way, I know a lot of y'all probably aren't going to hit that. I hit it myself, but all the clips that you're seeing on screen isn't even with a 99 steal. It's with a 94. You don't even really need a 99 steal. I'm not going to lie. It's really just like a luxury to have, but it's really not like a necessity. Now, a 99 perimeter, for example, I would say that's pretty necessary. Not because of challenger, but because of badges like on ball menace or badges like pick dodger. You need that on the 2s. Block at a 52. I have gotten a few blocks on this build. It's really rare, I'm not gonna lie, but the only reason these 2 attributes are up is because I had to put them up because of other attributes. Now moving on to the physicals, you have a 92 speed, 88 agility, 55 strength, and a 62 vertical. First up, the speed at a 92. That is to unlock you slippery off ball on Hall of Fame. This is gonna allow you to do that L2 dexing thing. Like, I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about, but like, there's a way you can run around and get open. If you like hold L2, it'll like drag you to the 3-point line. I don't do this personally. I can if I could if I wanted to, and you can if you want to with this build as well. But me personally, I don't do it. I feel way too wrong. With an 88 agility, you're gonna get Hall of Fame, a slippery off ball. Strength 55, you don't really get too much with a 55 strength. I would like to put this up because I feel like the build would really benefit from having a higher strength. Unfortunately, I really couldn't find a way to do it while getting all the other attributes. I did try, but there really isn't a way. Vertical doesn't really matter. Like I said, you're not really going to be finishing at the rim too much with this build, and even if you are, you have only layup, no dunk, so it won't really matter. But yeah, this right here is the build. What you want to do, you want to put your +5 cap breakers when you hit SS3. On mid-range, you're going to get a 99 mid-range. You want to put your +1 cap breaker when you hit level 40 from either last season or this season on perimeter defense. That way you can get a 99 perimeter. And then if you happen to hit vet 2, you want to put your +5 on steal. You don't really need it, but it is nice to have. Now, if you want to hear my reasoning for each attribute, I recommend rewinding the video. I know a lot of y'all probably skipped to this point, but I did explain why I went with every single attribute I went with, so I do recommend rewinding the video. Now, when you make the build, if I remember correctly, you do get some pretty weird, you get some weird shades. You get Tim Hardaway, Jose Alvarado, who is notorious for his defense, and you get Mike Conley. And then the build name that you get is a 2-way 3-level shot creator. Yeah, this is what my personal build is looking like after I got all my cap breakers. You want to put +5 on the midi, like I said, +1 on the ball handle, +1 on the perimeter, and then +5 on the steal. Like I said, I really feel like this is like one of the best builds we've ever seen in any 2K. And I'm also going to show y'all what I went with for my max +1. So first up, I went with pick dodger for my tier 1. Pick dodger is going to help you get through screens a lot more. And with legend pick dodger, you're going to get through pretty much every screen. And then tier 2, you want to go with slippery off ball on legend. Also going to show y'all my animations. You can copy my dribble moves if you want to. Those are all of my dribble moves. One thing I won't show y'all is the jump shot. And if y'all want my jump shot, I recommend clicking the top right. I did a whole video on the best jump shot for every single rating and height. I know in this case, y'all only want it for one height and it's probably 5'9", but if you have like a popper or I don't know, like a 6'10" big that you play on, click the top right because there's going to be a jump shot in that video that you are going to be able to hit very consistently with, no matter what your rating is, no matter what your height is.